Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 253. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Streaky. What's up, SLAC fam? Welcome back.
What's good? We back in the building once again, another Tuesday in sports. And for real, for this one, it's going to be heavy on the NBA. Lots going on with free agency, lots to talk to with the player movement, which the NBA is such a year-round league, honestly. Like, it's crazy that we just had the finals, and then right after that, the draft, free agency, and teams are already kind of gearing up for the next year. So definitely keeping us busy over here. But before we do that, definitely want to welcome in the Slackers. Appreciate y'all checking in on us. We got Kelly in the building. We got Moms. We got Stephanie Washington.
Yep.
And also we got Pops in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's good? So definitely appreciate having y'all as part of the show. Keep the comments coming. And yes, let's rock again. Strizzy, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Like you said, it's gonna be real NBA heavy today. A lot of NBA free agency. It's funny. We always look forward. It's always said when the season of NBA or NFL ends, but then we always look forward to the free agency cycle madness. After the fact too. And for me, the end of free agency for basketball means we're getting closer and closer to the beginning of the season of NFL. So I'm getting hyped. You know what I mean? I'm getting hyped. I've been. It's kind of sucks. I've been watching a lot of baseball this off season. But the time that I'm finally watching a ton of baseball, my Cubs are doing horrible right now. So
true.
I'm ready for some NFL. You know what I mean? But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Yeah, definitely. Time is flying by. It's been hot outside, but the time is passing by. We'll get through this season really quickly and on to some fun things, like you said. Football season coming right around the corner. So the calendar just continues to fly by too fast, but that's all good. We're along for the ride for sure.
Yeah.
Pops over here going crazy in the comments. No worries, Pops. But yeah, before we get straight to it, though, I do want to add in the last member of our panel for today. We got our brother Mad Marcus with us. Marcus, what's good?
What up? How y'all feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Just dodging the heat. How about you?
I'm good, man. I see Pops over here making all these mistakes. I'm loving it, man. He ain't perfect.
He ain't perfect.
I'm slide today.
That's what's up. Anthony Wesson also joining us in the building. What's good, Ant?
What's up, man?
Definitely got some interesting Chiefs thing actually to talk about later in the show after we get to basketball. Mom says I still want to get to a baseball game this summer. We definitely got to make that happen. We owe Moms from a spring training game, so we were trying to get to a spring training game too. So
you ain't going to one?
We didn't get to one at the end together. So yeah, so we definitely gotta make that happen for the regular season before it goes too bad. All right, let's jump over to our first category, and again, we got to talk NBA, and I think Pops is going to be very happy. But with free agency, it's hard to kind of categorize, right? Because there's so many different moves, but we try to kind of put them into different groups. Starting off with just kind of the bigger surprises or the heavy hitters, a couple trades here: DeJounte Murray, Mikal Bridges, but PG kind of became the gem of the offseason, him going to the Sixers, and then also we have Klay Thompson up here going to the Mavs. Strizzy, I'll start with you. Which one was like the most surprising, potentially most impactful of these kind of bigger moves that have happened so far?
Some tough questions, actually. I think the biggest move, obviously, I think is PG, right? He's in regards to kind of like who's the best scorer in this group. You know what I mean? Right now, still it's probably Paul George. I think for them though, like I do think he's an upgrade to Harris, but I think the thing that's going to get in their way is health. You know what I'm saying? Like, can this team stay healthy to the end of the season? And that's Paul George and it's and it's Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? So as long as those two stay healthy and Maxey continues to grow, I think they're in a really, really big position to challenge both the Celtics and the Knicks, which kind of goes to my next one. I think the Knicks picking up Mikal Bridges is huge for them. I know it's kind of fun to say like, oh, they're the Villanova squad. You know what I mean? But realistically, like he does really he helps them. He's another scorer. He's a great defender. He's an Iron Man. Like he doesn't miss games. And I think the thing holding them back is coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't think Tibbs is the coach for this team. And they got to re-sign OG. You know what I'm saying? OG is a really, really big deal. But I also love Murray going to New Orleans. I think they finally have a point guard that they can trust. and CJ can be a shooting guard and just worry about being a shooting guard only.
Yeah, for sure. Some big moves there too. And Mikal Bridges one was kind of freaky when that happened right after our show last week. So
yeah.
But Marcus, what about you? What did you think was the kind of biggest move so far?
Yeah, I would say PG and Klay to me are the same, and the reason why I say that same level is because it's just they gotta get to the finals. You know, like they got to get past Boston. So put them on a team. That's not a guarantee it's gonna happen. You know, it's good that it can happen, but Dallas was in the final last year, and I think they had Klay on the team, knock some shots down, some experience. You know, I think they kind of maybe can get a couple of more wins than what happened in that series. So I think like I tell people all the time, that jumper never goes away. Like you playing defense, he ain't the same guy. You know what I'm saying? Moving fast like that, he ain't the same guy. But that stroke put him in that spot because you have Kyrie, you have Luka doing all the work. You can't guard, you can't team all three of them. So he's gonna be open for some good shots. And I think he's gonna kind of spread the floor for us guys, make it open because that's never gonna go away. It's gonna always be there. So The next thing, I'm not a Mikal Bridges type of guy. I don't think he's not gonna make a difference over there. They're gonna still be okay. They're not gonna get over the hump. They need a star over there. So Mikal Bridges over there, that's gonna get old real quick. The Villanova thing, that's gonna get old real quick. He's not a scorer. He's a defensive guy. So I don't think he make a difference. They still trash. The Pelicans, if they stay healthy, you know, Bi and Zion, that's another thing. They can stay healthy in the West. They can be a threat. I like Murray a lot. I wish he would have went back to the Spurs though. I think going over there would have been cool, but it happens. But I would say like that's that. And people don't realize I think CP3 going to San Antonio is a big deal. I think that's going to help Wembley a lot. I think it's been a coach on the court to help him go and get him in his spots, and he gonna see things he never seen before with a true point guard on the floor. You know, I don't think he ever had a point guard like PG, so he gonna learn things. They're not going to a championship like that, but developing him getting better. You know, so that'll be cool. You never know; they might get a type of relationship that CP when he retire. He might say that help him get better like that too. So you never know what happens with that. Shoot, JJ Ray got a coaching gig. CP3 can't get a coaching gig, so I don't know. True. You never know.
True, and he definitely can see the floor like that. Anthony Weston agrees with you on that one. CP3 on San Antonio said collecting jerseys like Infinity Stones, but he still is a very effective player, and I don't think he's ever played for a coach as smart as Pop either. So they can probably learn from each other. And then, like you said, for Wemby, he's going to be getting some easy shots and open up the floor in ways that he hasn't seen yet. So
I think CP3 can stay healthy. I think he can help get the Spurs back to the playoffs. Like, you know, I really do.
He did for OKC was crazy that year, and like that was wild.
So. True. It could be a similar type of situation like that. I do like PG to the 76ers and the different pieces that they got around him as well. I think that they are going to be a threat if they can stay healthy too. But Klay to the Mavericks is going to be the most interesting one. Another kind of storyline behind that too is he felt a little bit like kind of disrespected by the Warriors towards the end, and also that he was offered more 4 years, apparently $80 million to go to the Lakers, but chose a little bit less to go to the Mavericks. And I agree with you, Marcus. I think it's just because they're closer and he can get back to that like scoring 36 points with only like 10 dribbles or whatever, like where he just has to go to the spot and hit open shots. So we'll see. I hope to see him get back to that form though, because it's sad that he had to take those like 3 years off basically with the injuries in the finals and then getting injured before he even came back. So it's like I wish for him to have some more success because I don't want his career to go out like how it was kind of going out in the Warriors.
But we also forget though, at 3 years off, he came back. They won championship. So people forget that he did win another championship after that too. So
true,
it wasn't all for naught. Like we always get back there. He did get a championship, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Mark, finish your thought. My bad. Finish your thought. I thought you were done.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
I was just gonna kind of piggyback off the Klay thing. Like, I think the Warriors. You look at them as a whole last year, right? They weren't good. Even Steph, like you look at Steph's season last year from I don't even want to say from Steph's point of view, like he had a really bad season last year. He shot not well, you know what I'm saying? Like And I think the Warriors literally made Klay their scapegoat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of the same way the Lakers did with Russ. Like they really, when things weren't going good, oh, Klay's not shooting well. Oh, Klay had an 0 for 10 game. It's like, yes, an 0 for 10 game is bad, but for someone like Klay Thompson, he only took 10 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, did it suck that he didn't make any? Yes, but I feel like they really, really made Klay the scapegoat as to why they didn't play well, why this season didn't go well, why they didn't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I had a really big feeling Klay was going to leave this offseason anyway. And, like Marcus said, like that shot ain't going nowhere. That bro can still knock him down. And I think the Warriors last year had the most adjustments to the lineup than any other team because they just couldn't figure it because Kerr couldn't figure it out. So now you go to a team where they're basically easily the best passer in the game. It's like, dog, just come here and do what you do best, and that's shoot threes when you're open. They're going to get into a spot. So I think for him, he wanted to go somewhere where he felt appreciated and somewhere he felt that he could win. I just don't think he can win with the Warriors anymore. I think they're kind of done.
Yeah. No, great points there. And I do think I see somebody kind of compared it to like Ray Allen going to the Heat, like after like where it's like, okay, you don't have to have that same pressure on you, but you can still just hit those threes and those clutch shots.
Right.
That's a perfect example. I didn't think about that one.
Exactly.
That thing though. That's crazy. Yeah. Like,
and it can really revive his career in a different way where he's just like, just do your thing, and he can definitely do that. So that'll be good though. If Reggie Miller did that,
he would have left and go to a contending team just to shoot the ball, man. Just imagine that he could have probably got him one too, but he was dedicated to the Pacers, man. But that's crazy, right, Allen? That's a great comparison for Klay, though. That's dope.
Yeah. I love it though, and I hope he does have great success over there. So we talked about the CP3 going to the Spurs. A couple other guys up here, Hartenstein, which actually Anthony Wesson mentioned him going to the Thunder, which I actually do like that going to the Thunder, especially we talked about the Caruso trade last year. Last week. I think the Thunder actually got better, and they had the best record in the West last year. Yeah. And then I don't know, a couple other people. Oh, I had Harris. So we talked about him going back to Detroit now as a grown man. That was him before starting off with the Pistons, but now, which 2 years, $52 million. I think he wanted to get his money back, and that's cool. But he also go a place where there's no pressure on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No expectations at all.
2 years, $52 million.
Dang, that's not low for him going back there.
I think after all the money he made with the Sixers, I feel like he wasn't going to.
He made a lot of money. Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh yeah, he got that really big contract when he got.
Okay.
So I feel like this was a good spot for him to kind of just have no pressure.
I didn't know Wiseman still was in the league.
Yeah, Wiseman, he didn't get a lot of burn with Detroit, but I mentioned him going to the Pacers on here just because I feel like they do a good job with big men and like going there playing with Halliburton and stuff. Like I still feel like there's potential in Wiseman. I don't know. I could be wrong though.
There's no potential there, man.
No potential there. Also, KCP going. Yeah, I was too. I just feel like the Warriors kind of mishandled him too, but I guess he didn't do much better in Detroit, but it's still Detroit. So I guess I want to see him in a more winning spot and see what he does there. But
definitely, he was never a good player for the Warriors. I don't mean good players that he wasn't good. It's just like you said, the Warriors just really didn't do anything for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but think about their past centers. They were nobody like Zaza Pachulia and Bogut. Those guys wasn't like involved. They just rebounded and played defense. Well, Wiseman, I think he was more of a score type guy, and he could shoot threes. So he didn't fit in. They just didn't one of those guys. So a big guy down there, they could just take up space and rebound, I guess.
Yeah. You look at since Kerr took over, he doesn't really know what to do outside of Curry, Klay, and Dre. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just those are his guys. If they're not playing well, Warriors aren't playing well.
Lonely tried to do a little something. He tried to kind of do, but he did it what he can do, I guess. So.
yeah. I love though.
Yeah, I do like that one too, for sure. I
bigger body, let him kind of do some of the heavy lifting and body work that Chet doesn't have to until at least he gets some more weight on his bones. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
I like that for them.
Yeah, for sure. I do. I think the Thunder are going to be are going to be better, but that's a tricky thing. The West is just too stacked. Like every team in the West is I feel like more of a threat than in the East. We see like a couple people at the top. But
did he even start in New York?
No.
So he gonna be so he can pay all his money. He wouldn't even. It's like that Delvedova type thing. Like get all that money in Moscow. They got right. They still get paid probably off that contract, man. Like that was crazy.
I have been seeing this, and I know the salary cap went up, but I haven't seen some of these contracts, and I'm like, dang, like some people it's usually like, oh, they played a few minutes a game, or we'll talk about Max Christie later, but it's like I love him for the Lakers, but I'm like he basically didn't really play at all, and then he got like 4 years, $32 million. I'm like, dang, I'm like basketball players be getting paid over here, like it's crazy.
That's an NFL player sick every year.
Right.
Yeah, I know Pops don't like when I say this, but I feel that Maxey got too much money. He's got potential to get there, but 204, like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was we put him on the where like the people that stayed put, right? I think it was 5 years, 204 million. Yeah, that's a lot. And I think it was the max that they could give him as a rookie, but I'm wondering like with Embiid on a max contract, him on a max contract, and then they did the 4 years, like 212 for Paul George. I'm like, that's crazy. Like that's going to be a lot of cap space, But I guess for your own players, I think you can go further into the luxury tax or something. I don't know.
And I thought Mitchell got more than that 154 or whatever he got. I thought he would got more than that too. I was like,
yeah, he got 3 years, 150. Where I kind of thought, yeah. Okay, so still like 50 million a year, which is crazy.
I thought it was 5 years. Okay, so 3 years. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and then Harden actually taking supposedly was a pay cut, but he got 2 years, 70 million to go back to the Clippers. So
it's a pay cut for him, I think,
because he could go somewhere else and get maxed out probably on a lower team. Because every team has to spend like 90% of their cap or whatever. So that's why like a lot of these other teams too are just like spending more on their players, but it's pretty crazy for me.
Was you surprised that Donovan Mitchell stayed though? Because
I was just getting ready to say that. I was.
I think they about to. So they're gonna get rid of what's his name? What's his name? The other guy, the other guard, the small guy.
Darius Garland.
Yeah, he can't stay, right?
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like we were talking about that. Like they were going into this offseason, like they can't probably keep both. So maybe he's on the trade block now that they did sign Mitchell.
Okay. Somebody coming for the comments, but all right, brother. Okay.
I see that now.
I watched him, but I still don't think 204 he worked that. But okay. We're gonna see.
Anthony West they on a different salary cap. Oh, speaking of Boston, actually. Which Boston they did. So we know Jaylen Brown got the big contract last year. Now Jason Tatum signed for the Supermax, which did I write his down? Oh, I don't think I did. I don't remember what his was off the top of my head though.
Is it 5 years, 315?
There you go. 5 years, $315 million. So it's
wait, how much?
5 years, 315. Yeah, it was. That's what it was. $6.62 million a year. Which is crazy, which sets the NBA record now for biggest contract.
He's the best player on the team. Come on, man.
It's crazy though. But I did read that Luka, because I wrote this one down. Luka next year, he's going to be eligible for 5 years, $346 million, which is $69 million a year.
And he's going to get all of it too.
Yeah, that they'll extend that his way as soon as they can next summer. So that's crazy. And then White, he got 4 years, $126 million, which was pretty cool for him, though. I think.
I'm happy for him. That's like I said, I ain't calling nobody money. I'm happy for these guys getting their money, but God dang, man.
Yeah, I think Boston right now, they basically said they want to bring the entire team back. And I think I know Marcus is like, some of these dudes ain't worth this money, but when we're talking about NBA money, I feel like Derek White could have gone somewhere else and made more. You know what I'm saying? I think he was huge for that team last year. You know what I mean? And if he wanted to get more, I think he could have got more.
Yeah, I think he probably could have, but he's comfortable in that spot, and he kind of grew in his game right there. So
he is. Like, I completely agree. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
these dudes have certain seasons. You know what I mean? And The way
like
NBA money works.
Cash out.
Yeah, the way NBA money works.
That's crazy though. But speaking of NBA money too, the Boston Celtics, and this is why I know they're fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the banners and all that stuff, but just after winning the finals, the Boston Celtics ownership group is the majority ownership group is going to sell the interest in the team, which actually makes sense, I guess, if you're ready to get out while the price is probably the highest right after a championship. But do you think that's kind of interesting that they're talking about selling the team like right after the finals?
I don't know. I can't talk on that really. I don't know what's going. That's kind of weird, but I don't know what to say with that one. So, I try to be upfront and honest with my comments, but I don't know. I got to see what's going to happen. More details, okay?
Yeah,
I didn't even see this, but that's really weird to me. I feel like the only thing I'd say on it, because I don't know nothing, is more along the lines of like, maybe they're just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a certain point in time, you maybe just like, it's been fun. We've had a really long run. Let's let somebody else do this for a while. I'm trying to retire and be with my family. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm sure they don't do much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With all that money, but at the end of the day, there's still decisions and things that need to be made, by them. And maybe they just kind of got to that point where I wanted to get one more. I got one more and
be done.
I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is a good time for sure. The stake that they bought in, they paid $346 million for it, and the team will probably be like, I don't even know, over $7 billion or something. I don't know what.
I was about to say 8. I was gonna say 8.
So I mean, cash out. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that. So
yeah,
that's crazy. Can't imagine talking about that much money, but Weston mentions the Lakers. Why are the Lakers having to penny pinch? And it is interesting. LeBron, has made it kind of public that he's willing to take a salary, like a pay cut, but he did opt out of his contract, and he's expected to, obviously re-sign so he can play with Bronny and all that. But I don't think he's going to end up taking less money. But I guess he had a few players that if they were willing to get those players or were able to get those players that he would take less money for. But the Lakers have kind of missed out. He made the call for Klay, and apparently that negotiation, obviously didn't work out with Klay picking the Mavericks. But at this point, probably the best guy left out there is DeMar DeRozan. I don't know if he's totally a fit for the Lakers, but I want them to do something in free agency. But I don't know. We'll see what happens next.
I think he fit more than Klay, though. I think, like I said, he's an Alex Smith of basketball. I think he gonna do enough to get those. He don't score. I think he score more than 3-point shooting. That'll come as it goes. But I think it'll be a good fit for him. I think that'll fit in.
Especially too to be a third scorer when they need somebody to just flat out score. I agree. I think
he don't get injured either. So.
But it is interesting that he would have to come over on the mid-level exception, which is like $13 million. I feel like he could get more money from that somewhere else, but I don't know what that looks like. And I also did hear rumors of him connecting to the Heat too. But I don't know, Strizzy, if you heard that at all.
Man, I don't know. Man, we ain't done nothing. It's like, dog, we ain't. Like, I've been so disappointed. Like, we ain't made a move, dog. Like, we ain't made a move.
Is Wishcon really trying to leave though, Jimmy? Or is that a rumor?
No, what Jimmy was talking about is he wants to not. So he's not opting into his final year. He basically said he wants to come out this year, ball out, so we can get more money from either the Heat or another team next year. But I think his intention right now is he wants to stay with Miami. But he sucked last year. You know what I mean? Like, even the games he played, he didn't do well. So I think right now he just kind of wants to prove everybody wrong. He can still be, Jimmy Buckets in a sense and get more money next year.
He's trying to hit free agency one more time.
Yeah.
We'll see. With the way these contracts are going up, I think he still can do that, He's still yeah. So
it's always only going up. It's never going down, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anthony Weston mentions DeRozan. He said he's from LA too. Yeah, so maybe that'll work out. I do hope the Lakers are able to do something, but we'll see. Their big offseason story, though, for sure, and I definitely want to talk about this. The draft came, and it was cool and everything like that, but I really wasn't familiar with too many of the players, to be perfectly honest.
You You know, you only know Brownie like we all did. So
exactly. So that's the only one that I really care about. But I did want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about, how it started, how it's going, type of thing with Bronny being drafted by the Lakers in the second round. Report is he is going to get a fully guaranteed multi-year contract too, not the two-way contract. So
yeah, saw that he ain't going to the G League.
What's the difference with what's that?
So like
He's going out playing the G League
at all?
No,
that ain't fair, man.
Right.
He know he should. He know he can go to G League. But I guess I don't know. So his contract, so it says that he can't not go to the G League. That's what the contract.
Well, I think it's more just that he's not on that two-way where it's like you have like play half your games or most of your games in the G League, and then you play like a certain amount of games at the NBA level. Like he's gonna be on the NBA roster from jump.
Right.
So I don't know though. I do wonder. Like I think he would benefit from being in the G League just to get experience.
For sure.
But we'll see how it works out. I feel like they're gonna have to try to put him in a really good spot, but I'm afraid, like, I don't want him to just be holding up a roster spot, but at the same time, like, I do think it'd be kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, like, to make history that way. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think the whole thing, the whole experience, even though I said I don't think he was gonna get, he should be in the NBA, which I still feel that way. But I think it's an awesome deal. I'm gonna try to go see them play. They come here. I hope they both play. I think, like you said, we know it's not fair, but it's a lot of things that happen in life and situations that's not fair that we don't get the privilege of that. So LeBron getting that privilege, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I think it had to be to the point he plays very bad for them, like not let him play. So I think they're gonna put him in spots, different situations on different teams that he can play with his dad, be on the floor where he won't get exposed too much. So yeah. I think they're gonna have it together. LeBron's very smart. And he gonna probably tell a coach or whoever. That's why JJ Redick's on the team too. Like, I don't want to be able to tell him what's going on. Dalvin Ham, I couldn't do that. I don't think I could tell him what's going to happen or that. JJ Redick tell him what's going to happen. You here because of me. So we're gonna do this, and this, and it's gonna happen. Like I said, to see a guy of his caliber to be able to dictate and say what's gonna happen and what's this. This is the coolest thing. Like, just imagine the picture you have right there of them. He holding him. He's in the NBA. That's not a college. That's not high school. He's in the NBA holding his kid. And look at the other picture. That's amazing to me. I love that. I love the whole idea. Even though we said it when we kind of mentioned it years back, like, oh, he's gonna stay and go and play with Bronny like that. We said it, but we didn't think it really was gonna happen until the second day of the draft. Like, it might not happen. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna get picked the first round, but he didn't get picked. So when it happened, I was kind of like, but I thought about it. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for LeBron and Bronny. That's kind of cool. I just hope he don't get embarrassed. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. I feel the same way. I'm like, it's cool, but yeah, they definitely got to put him in spots so he can, he can do his thing. But we'll actually get the first look at him on Saturday. The first iteration of the G League starts. So they're going to be playing the Kings, and both him and their number one pick, Connect, are supposed to be playing, which he's actually pretty dope.
No, he's dope. I like that kid. He's actually legit. I think he's legit.
Is it considered G League or Summer League?
Summer League.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't know it was G League.
Sorry, yeah, I might have said G League, but I meant Summer League. The Summer League will be starting. So, and which will be cool. But the G League coach for the Lakers actually coaches their Summer League squad. It's going to be some of those players. So we'll see how Bronny competes with that. But I think it'll be good to just see him out there, and he's going to definitely.
Are you saying the kid's name right there? He just said the first pick they got.
It's Connect,
like Connect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Connect.
It's weird though. Like, I seen him his highlights. It's not. He don't have no like outstanding highlights. So I don't know if somebody didn't get his highlights right. But I watched a couple. I'm like, okay, I don't think they were like, look at this. I don't know if it was being funny, but I didn't see anything like spectacular on it. So.
Oh, it might have been. Well, he has some. I mean, he can definitely shoot the ball.
He's a shooter.
Yeah, exactly. And then a couple of dunks and stuff like that. I mean, he's definitely a big body player. I think he can be good, but he was the SEC Player of the Year. So
okay,
he's
like a power forward or a small forward.
I think he's like a power forward, but kind of maybe a mix at the NBA level. I probably maybe.
That's what I think. I think he's more a power forward in college. I think he kind of might be more of a small forward in the NBA.
Yeah, we'll see. What did Anthony Wesley say? Somebody said MJ sign out. Oh man, that's funny. But Anthony Weston says Lakers turning into a circus. I just think I'm along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only going to be a couple more years of this right now. You know, I feel like LeBron probably only has a couple more years in him. So maybe he just wants to hand off the baton to Bronny and you know, but I just hope that the Lakers can put something together to make one more run at it. I don't know if they, you know, really realistically have a chance to compete with some of those other teams in the West, but depending on what they do, you never know. So
I don't think LeBron cares. LeBron won. His son's on the team. I don't think he really like that fight ain't hit there no more. So.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. I think he's turning his sights to his next big mission, which is to buy the Kings and move them to Las Vegas. And I'm telling you right now, in about 10 years, you know what I'm saying, 2035, that's going to be what's going on. I think he's already plotting his next move. So,
why bring the Kings out? I guess I don't know. I want to see this,
or maybe even a new team.
I would rather see the Supersonics come back. But I don't know that market is ready for them to come back, I guess, though.
Well, actually, because they are talking about potential expansion places, and actually they're talking about maybe if they did add 2 teams, that Seattle would be one. That's like one of the top ones. So we'll see. But I think it's going to be the Kings. He's going to want to buy the Kings because of the King, his nickname, and all that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But we'll see. Anthony Weston, though, he's on Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka needs to close the deal on some of these signings. That's for real. He's only going to have so many more windows, but I think Rob is safe as long as LeBron is there too, because Rich Paul is like his little, you know what I'm saying? That's his little executive assistant telling him what to do behind the scenes. So we'll see. What did you guys think about this one? This one came in. I didn't have it on the list, but Jonathan Cooley, welcome to the show. Another washed up superstar for Steph is real helpful. They signed Kyle Anderson. The Warriors did. This is who Jonathan is referring to. Kyle Anderson.
From the T-Wolves?
Yeah, in the Expert.
But I wouldn't say another wash. He's not a superstar.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't even call him. He's not even an all-star. Let alone a superstar.
Player, but I wouldn't.
I think that's who he's referring to though, because that's the only new news that's come through. So, but I kind of feel you too. He's kind of like he's a role player, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, 3-year deal, 3-year, $27 million.
Yeah, I don't know. Stephanie go home to Carolina, man. See if he go to Charlotte or something.
That would be crazy. I think though Steph and Draymond will end up being one of those that just stay with the same team. Draymond's got something on the ownership.
Well, that's facts.
Pops,
I believe it.
Pops, I'm not to take your car today, man. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna see. Give it here. Okay. I'll give it back to you next week.
I get back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to you next week. You said Iverson's a solid player. I don't know what solid is. But I don't know, Pops.
Definitely not a wash superstar, though.
No.
You wish he was a wash superstar.
I know.
Speaking of, we do have Kemba Walker did retire today, which he didn't get much burn last year with the Mavericks, but Kemba Walker was pretty dope. I'm glad we got to see him in college too, and at the pros. So he did pretty good though.
Yeah. Always remember that step back jumper to win the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so pretty much that's it for NBA news. But I did want to flash up a couple other father-son duos. Gordie Howe actually played with both of his sons on the same team 1 year in the NHL for the Hartford Whalers, which is pretty gangster. And then, of course, I think most famously, another senior junior duo, King Griffey and King Griffey Sr. and King Griffey Jr., which was super dope. Especially that they actually played on the same team. They were the first baseball father-son duo to play on the same team at the same time, and they hit back-to-back home runs in a game. So I think that's pretty gangster. That's pretty special. So LeBron and Bronny going to make history that way. They're going to be the first father-son duo ever in the NBA to be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Not only just – and then beyond that on the same team. So
true.
That's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty gangster. All right.
They already got the most points scored too as a father-son duo.
For real. They're already in the history books for that.
They got more points scored than Dell and Steph Curry. No, I saw something. It was hilarious. It's like just all the points that LeBron
just LeBron, outscored
like LeBron has scored, dog. It was like more than like any other like father son duo. So when you put Bronny in there, it basically means they score more points together than any other father son duo in the history of the league. So yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, LeBron 40,000 points. That's crazy.
It's nuts, man. And climbing, you know what I'm saying? He's still averaged like 24 this year, you know what I'm saying? Like
I did see a stat about him too that he was like the first. Well, I think every other like 39-year-old that the previous like average was like 7.6 points a game.
Yeah,
he averaged 27 last year. Like that's crazy. Like it's definitely unprecedented what's going on. So
yeah,
that's what's up though. All right, I think we're gonna shift gears real quick. We don't have too much more stuff to talk about, but I definitely wanted to do some NFL ones. But I did want to mention hockey. I did want to congratulate the Florida Panthers for finishing off the Stanley Cup last week. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it got really close at the end there for sure. I was kind of rooted for the Oilers to see them come back from down 0-3. Yeah. But also, like, I'm happy for the Panthers. Like, it was definitely a good series, though. Better than it would have been as a sweep, for sure.
For sure.
But we did get some kind of sad news about the Coyotes. I know we talked about this a little bit, but this dude, Alex Morello, who was, like, the former owner, he, had made the agreement when he sold the team to the Utah Jazz ownership group that, he would get $1 billion, but that he would have the chance to get another expansion franchise within 5 years if he secured the land and built the stadium. And so we talked about that dope spot, the stadium renderings we saw in Scottsdale, that North Phoenix area. Well, apparently that land auction got pushed or got canceled. So now that land is no longer going to be for sale. And so Alex Morello, the former owner of the Coyotes, basically decided he was not going to pursue the land anymore. And he's just going to take the $1 billion and walk away. So, $1 billion. So that's like his going away present. Basically, the NHL took his team, and he just vowed less than a month ago that he was going to do everything in his power to get the stadium built, and so that they could have the team back here within the 5 years that the NHL said, if you get ready. But as of now, after they pushed that or they canceled that land auction, he's kind of just walking away. So.
Man, I didn't know that was even worth that much. Maybe take that money and get out of there, man. Good anyway, man. Take your money, man.
I mean, I think I get that, but it's like you should have just done that originally. Like he made so many bad moves, like over the last kind of 5 years, and kind of fumbled it to where the NHL did have to come in and basically say like, we're taking this team from you. Like, had them playing in the college hockey arena with only like less than 10,000 seats and stuff like that. So. I feel like he kind of messed things up, but yeah, he's getting a nice consolation prize, $1 billion
for real,
to basically walk away. But the sad part is we don't know now at this point if hockey will come back, and he does have the rights to the name, and he retained that too. So maybe if he does want to come back, maybe he's going to try to cash in again and sell the name to some other people if they want to keep the name.
Was the Wayne because Wayne Gretzky was the only coach at one time, wasn't he? Or whatever they call it, manager.
Yeah, he was involved with the Coyotes at one time, like way early on.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah, but now they moved to Utah, and we'll see what that new team becomes. So we'll see. Anthony Weston, so that arena in Glendale was for no reason. Well, now they only do concerts there, but it's crazy because by the time the Coyotes left, now Westgate's way more popping than it ever was, like when it first started. So it was like the worst time to move away.
What was the name of the arena?
Well, it changed a couple of times. It was jobbing.com arena.
Okay, Jobbing. Okay,
I think that's the one. That was like the worst one. But Stephanie said Vegas Knights did some terrible moves. We lost some OGs. I did see that the draft happened, and actually free agency is going on for hockey too. So, and Pop said Colorado drafted 3 or 4 goalies in the draft. They need one. That was their big problem last year. So, hopefully they'll get it together. Mom says he was an awful owner. He definitely was, but man, he cashed out. It just sucks. I'm like, if you were just gonna do that, just leave with your money. Don't make promises, and then 2 weeks later be like, I tried, but I'm good.
I'm just gonna take this money and run. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, all right, let's jump to NFL talk, and let's finish with a couple schedules. Let's go out with a couple schedules. One other funny thing, actually, in NFL talk though, is the Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna be the backdrop for a Hallmark movie. Did you hear about this? I think it's kind of with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce being inspiration, but they're gonna make a Hallmark movie including the Chiefs. So since we have Anthony with us, I wonder, Anthony, are you gonna be tuning into that Hallmark Christmas movie featuring the Chiefs? He does say though, as soon as I got my money, I was gone.
No, that's that next Friday quote. He said, as soon as I got my money, I was gone.
Oh man. Hallmark headquarters in Kansas City. Oh, that's right. That's true. So that makes sense. So I think they got a customer in Anthony. And then on that Sunday ticket lawsuit, actually the NFL did end up losing.
I know.
They were instructed to pay $4.7 billion in damages, but they're expected to appeal, and I'm sure that'll draw it out another year or something like that. But I was surprised that they actually lost the initial ruling. I was very surprised by that.
Some shady stuff going on in there.
Yeah. Oh no, Stephanie says the guy we drafted has pretty questionable character too. I have to look into that for the Knights. We'll see. And then didn't know Kelly's she's definitely signed up for the Hallmark Christmas movie marathon.
I remember growing up as a kid, man. You walk in the room and mama watched. I'm like, why are you watching that stuff? What time it was, man. I had to just leave, man.
For sure. All right, let's jump into it. So, who do you guys want to do? We got a couple. We can do the Texans, the Browns, the Lions, or the Falcons. Who would you guys want to do?
Let's do Texans and Lions. So we have
Texans and Lions? All right, cool. All right, let's start out with the Texans. We got C.J. Stroud going into his second year. I'm going to try to announce it all, but let's see. Let's skip the preseason ones at the top. So, home is in red, so away. So, okay, week 1, they're away at the Colts.
They win that game. It's going to be a tough one, but I think they win.
Agreed. I like that too. Kind of going back at the we did, didn't get to see a lot of Anthony Richardson last year, so let's see what he got coming back from his injury.
For sure. I do like that. All right, week 2, they're at home against the Bears.
Good game. They still win.
Same. Good game with a win.
I think it'll be early for the rookie for sure too. Away at the Vikings.
They win that one too.
W.
Especially this early in the season for them too. They don't have a quarterback yet.
They just go back. Is that going back home still?
What you mean?
Diggs play for the Vikings, so is that going?
Oh,
is he going back to his apartment? I wouldn't say home.
Back to the condo, the townhouse.
It ain't home. I said Buffalo might be home for him, but
yeah, for sure. But that is a good one. I almost forgot about that. I'm like, wait, what?
He didn't get drafted by the Vikings, all right? Who he played for before the Vikings? Didn't he get traded there?
No, I think it was the Vikings only.
Okay.
Okay, next up, they're at home against the Jaguars.
Good game, but oh no, I'm gonna say you can't go 4-0, so I'm gonna say Jags win that one close.
Yeah, I think so too in the division. What do you say, Strizzy?
I think they can go 4-0, but I'm looking ahead. I'm like,
yeah, me too.
If they're gonna beat Buffalo and the Patriots too, so I'm like, they're gonna go 6-0. Like, you're right. Maybe they lose the game against the Jags.
Yeah, that's a division game. Man.
Like a little off week there.
But they're home though. They're home back to back though. That's crazy. That's a hard one, man. I'm gonna say they go 6-0, dog.
Me too, because I'm like, I think Jags fall off this year. I think they really fall off this year. And I think it's going to take Buffalo a couple of games to really get right. They might start out 6-0, dog. All
right, let's see. So we'll give them the win week 4, week 5. We're saying against the Bills. That's the real revenge game, kind of
for sure
emotion game.
For
so
sure.
He's going to go off, but they are at home. So yeah, they might get that one. And then week 6 would be away at the Patriots, which I feel like the Patriots are kind of a mess. So
That'd be the type of game they lose, though. You know what I'm saying?
It would be. It would be the one, and it's away too.
Yeah, I don't know. I say go 6-0 though. They win that game.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give them a win against the Patriots too. But then week 7 away at the Packers.
Yeah,
I say they lose because it's gonna be cold by then too. So I think it might be a challenge game. I say they lose that game.
Okay, so we got them at 6-1 now.
I think they might be a better team, but I think that environment and stuff. I think they might lay an egg on that one.
They might get them. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, at home against the Colts.
They bounce back.
Yeah, I think they can sweep the Colts.
I think they can sweep the Colts too.
Okay, so now we've got week 9 at the Jets. That's gonna be a tough one because the Jets might be rolling by then.
That's why I said that last week too. I think they get that loss. I think they're at 7-2 at this point.
Yeah,
I think they lose.
They're looking good. Okay, now at home against the Lions.
I said they beat the Jets and lose to the Lions. No. You're right. They're at home, so they win at home. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think so too. That'll be one of the Lions losses.
Okay,
that'll be a good one though too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one for real.
Okay, so now we're at week. So we said a loss to the Jets, but a win against the Lions, right?
We get that home field.
Okay,
it's gonna be close.
Then now they're away at the Cowboys on Monday Night Football.
We don't know who our team. We don't know who we got. We don't have a receiver right now. We don't have CD Lamb, so I'll say we lose.
That's kind of with Marcus, man. Like I gotta see what they doing next year, dog.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta see what they're doing, and I feel like this offseason, I feel like they got so much better, dog. Like Houston got so much better.
Win that one. That's funny.
He's a Delta accidentally win that one, right? Like again, like it's still the Cowboys at the end of the day. Like their team is still pretty much the same as last year. They can win. I'm not saying they can't. I just on paper I got the Texans.
I think I got the Texans too, especially because for whatever reason, even when Dallas, regardless of how like either team is playing, like the Texans always be sneaky on Dallas. Like it's kind of like the battle for Texas, and they always get us for
whatever reason. Yeah, for whatever reason. Yeah.
So
them and the Cardinals are kryptonite.
I know every time we come here to the Cardinals, is some kind of calamity goes down because they knows all the.
I ain't never been that mad ever off a loss. When I went to that game here, I was so mad because we were so good. Like what? Like it was
just came here to lay an egg.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this next one though. A home against the Titans. I think that's a tough one. I think they get that one too.
They get that one because who their quarterback?
Will Levis. I think he's gonna be the. And they don't really have too much receivers, but they got Tony Pollard. But let's see. Next up, we'd have away at the Jaguars. Which
I think they split with the Jags, but I think it'll be win at home, lose away.
Got you. Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I say the same.
Week 14, a bye week, which is a nice one. They got a
nice bye week right there, dog. That's a good one,
especially if they're rolling like this.
Who them last 3 games?
Okay, ooh, you ain't lying. God,
so
dang.
Home against the Dolphins.
You ain't lying. That's some tough. I think they lose all 3 of them. I think it come in handy though. The wins they got, but that's tough.
Yeah.
The only game I see them winning is that Miami game. But
Me too. I think they win against Miami and lose KC and Baltimore because they got really lucky last year beating Baltimore. Because Baltimore was playing around. I kind of feel like Baltimore wants us a little bit.
But again, it depends on Baltimore who's playing that game too. So
yeah, you're right. If they walked up the division or even the conference, they might just be chilling.
True. Okay, so we're saying week 15 they beat the Dolphins, but then week 16 at the Chiefs they lose that game.
They lose to the KC,
and then at home against Baltimore, which actually on Christmas.
On Netflix. Yeah. Wow, they lose that one though.
Yeah,
I agree.
I have them with the loss on that.
I'm assuming Baltimore's playing, so I'm gonna say that's a loss. It's an L.
So what about week 18 now?
They probably in the playoffs. I'm not playing CJ Stroud in the last game, so I'm not doing it. So
it's probably an L. I think it's an L.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So that loss away week 18, that puts them at 11-6.
That's solid because
That's
they won
good,
10 games. They won 10 games last year, right?
Yeah.
Was it 10 games last year? You know, it's funny though. Like a lot of their big games are at home, so they kind of lucked out. You know what I mean? So they're all teams that they could potentially win against, but then they got that home field advantage a little bit.
And they could easily be 12-5 too. Like we don't know, you know what I'm saying? One of those games they could probably, you know what I'm saying, get that back.
Oh yeah, they could easily lose to the Lions. They could lose to the Dolphins. I think they win, but they could lose there too. Like, I mean, hell, even Buffalo. I know they got some shit to prove too.
Yeah, so they'll be all right. 11-6 not bad for them.
No, gets them in the playoffs again.
That's legit.
They still win the division too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's what might down the stretch they might be chilling a little bit more. Okay,
True.
Let's lock this in before we forget. 11-6 for the Texans, and then now we're gonna do the Lions. So we'll have to remember what we just said.
Yeah, we gotta remember that Texans game, week 10.
All right, the Lions schedule. Dang, I don't know which ones are home and away. Oh, it does. Okay, it's the silver ones are home. Yeah, so they're starting off week 1 at home against the Rams.
And we did the Rams already. I don't know what we said, but
I think we said they
win that one, right? Detroit wins.
So. I think we said
Detroit wins. Yeah. I think we started off the Rams kind of rough. So I think we Detroit coming out at home with the win. Now week 2, which I'm trying to make sure it's going down, right?
It's going down.
Okay. Yeah. So week 2 is at home again against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm gonna get that one too.
Yeah. Okay, week 3 at the Cardinals.
We get that win too.
Yeah.
Week 4 at home against Seattle.
Good game. They squeak it out.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Seattle's
that hurt though. God, that's early.
I know.
Yeah, they get them week 5 bye week, and then week 6 at the Cowboys. I wonder. I can't remember what we did for this one before.
I think I picked them to beat us. Cause you know what happened last time. We cheated on dog. So I'm gonna say get them.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Even their playoff win, we beat them in their playoff win when DeMarcus Long got that fumble. We cheated that game too. So we owe them, man. We owe
them. Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
There was any game they got circled on the thing. It's that one.
Yeah.
That game is circled.
All right. Next up at Minnesota, which they should get them too.
Yeah, they should.
So they got one loss?
No losses yet. We've got them undefeated so far.
I thought I had them losing to Seattle.
Oh no, we said beat Seattle, right? A close one, but they'll squeak it out.
Okay.
That's a home game too, right? Silver's home.
Yeah, Silver's home.
Yeah.
Tennessee, they ain't gonna worry about that big dog back there, so they win that one too.
I know. I think they beat Tennessee. Now they're away at Green Bay.
They lose. That's a division game, so lose that one.
That'll be the one that breaks their undefeated record. I think
the Packers are streak breakers so far this year on this one. Okay, at Houston, we said Houston wins that one too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up,
they get right
at home against the Jags. Yeah,
they get right.
They should win that one.
I think. I'm looking at that schedule. I think they went out to that 49ers game.
Let's see. Away at the Colts, I think they got that too.
Yeah.
Now at home against the Bears,
they win that one. And they don't have to split that Packer one too, so they win that one.
True, they win at home against the Packers.
True that.
At home against Buffalo. I think they should get them too.
I think they win too.
They beat the Bears too, man. That's what I'm saying.
I think this is the tricky one. I think this is the tricky one right here. I feel like they might be looking ahead.
Me too. And I think this is like every good team just always gives up one to a bad team every once in a while, and it's a division one. I think this is going to be one of those sneaky ones that it's more of the Bears winning than it is the Lions losing. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't know.
I want to put him in for a loss there. I got him on a loss today.
Yeah.
Even though they should beat the Bears, I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
I'm gonna say they win. I think they're gonna lose the last two games. That's why I said they're gonna need that. They're gonna need that Bears thing.
Okay.
They don't want to play that last game division.
Yeah, and that's San Francisco at home too. San Francisco in their spot.
Yeah, okay. That's gonna probably be a game that's deciding who's gonna be home field and stuff. So
that's a good point. And I think the Bears. I think they win maybe 6 games this season, maybe 7. But I think the majority of the games they win are going to be out of the division. I don't think they're going to do well in the division.
Yeah. True. Okay, so we'll give Detroit that game at Chicago and then at San Francisco on the 30th. We're saying San Francisco in that game.
Yeah.
And then finishing out the year at home against the Vikings.
That's a loss too, I think. I'm with Marcus. I think they're playoff locked up.
Ain't nobody playing that game. Ain't nobody really is. They ain't taking no chances.
Exactly. But Minnesota, when we playing for, I don't think they're going to be playing for anything. I don't think they make it this year. So that everybody going to be.
They'll be just spoiler. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that puts them at 13-4.
Dang.
I can see that they're a good team.
Me too. They're a really good team. They played very well last year.
And roaring back into the playoffs again.
Yep.
All right, that's what's up. We're just about right on time. We don't really have anything for golf this week. The senior championship was over the weekend, which was pretty cool, but the Open is not for a couple weeks, right, Marcus? When is the Open? It's not for a little bit.
It's July 21st, I think it is.
Okay, cool.
Or whatever that 2021 is, whatever that Thursday is that week.
And it's pretty much everybody. Are there any other tournaments really between then, or everybody's just gearing for that?
No, the Open. Then you got the FedEx. Oh, you got the FedEx for all the. That's like for the last tournament. Who gets all the points?
Oh, that's right.
Who's the golf of the year? All that kind of stuff like that.
PGA Championship.
25th.
Okay.
25th through the 28th. That's the Open. That should be a good one.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Let's see. We'll end it with this one really quickly. Wimbledon this week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Moms, for the reminder. I actually did see the thing for Wimbledon this week, but it doesn't feel the same without Serena.
It doesn't, man. Like I never miss those kind of things. We know who, you know what I'm saying? We're on grass, baby. But I don't know. Coco, I guess maybe she has she won yet?
We'll see.
Has she won a major yet?
I don't think she has. Every time she gets close, and it's like
I ain't gonna lie, I miss what's calling too, man. What's the rapper's wife name? Who had the anxiety issues, depression? She was an Asian girl.
Osaka.
Yeah, Osaka.
Naomi Osaka.
I just feel like she was on the verge of being Serena, like win those and winning, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like,
a lot happened really fast for her. I feel like, and then she's just like, I'm cool right now. Like I'm good.
She's done, right? She's not even playing no more, right?
Not at all.
But I think that's what I'm saying. Like she might come back later because she's still young, but I feel like she's like, I'm good right now.
That killer instinct she had, though, I don't think she's gonna get that back, you know.
True.
But you never know.
We'll see, but there's no dominant, like right now on the female side, like nobody's too dominant right now. So you never know. We'll see. The other one, Anthony Weston mentioned, how about Caitlin Clark versus Mercury? Came one rebound short of getting a triple-double.
I wish I could have went to that game. I never looked forward to going to a game, but that game, like, it was live up in there, though, man.
Oh, it was crazy loud. Loud.
It's like it could have been a good game. And I'm kind of happy how Tarazi kind of treated her. She wasn't like the bully. What she could have been. I thought she was gonna be like a little bully.
I thought she was too.
She came out with the hug. I'm like, okay, respect. You know, they respect her. And I was thinking today that Caitlin Clark, she could be a villain. She could be going on, people doing stuff, and she could be like talking like, whatever. I'll run this. I'm here because we chirping about the U.S. team, and could have been saying stuff. She could have made I don't follow her for it. You know what I'm saying? She could be that type of person.
Yeah,
right.
She's a cool. So it's kind of hard to go against her or be mean to her when she's a cool chick, you know. So
I love her game, man. I'm with Marcus. I've been watching her. She could be trying to, make this more than what it is. And the only people who are doing any of that are the media. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a part in the game where somebody, I can't remember who it was, they fouled her and she still kind of like hook shot the ball up and
and then she tried to block it.
Yeah, she tried to block it, and she came back to her after like I think a timeout, was like, hey, I saw that you were just trying to block the ball, and gave real quick dap up and all that kind of fun stuff. And then even just watching, because Taurasi is Caitlin Clark's idol. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but before the game even started, there's a clip of her talking to Diana Taurasi, and she looks like a giddy child meeting their childhood superhero, dog. Like she's talking, you could see like her body language is like her voice is probably high pitched right now, and Taurasi just kind of she's just talking to her like your idols become your rivals, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was huge. Really good game, like you said, 1 rebound shot with triple double, and I'm just waiting for everything to kind of calm down, where everyone starts to kind of just realize that she's a normal person. Like, she never at any point in time came in talking about like, I'm gonna change the WNBA, because of me.
She just happened to be the one to do it. Like,
exactly. So I'm just kind of waiting for them to kind of, for all this kind of die down a little bit. But also give credit too to like Angel Reese, because she is hooping right now, dog. Like, she's absolutely balling right now. So I really hope they do get co-rookie of the year, because Angel Reese is actually playing really, really well right now, and she's a super dominant on the boards, and she's averaging a double-double right now. So
yeah, she's got like 7 double-doubles in a row or something like that.
11 now in a row. Yeah.
Dang, so yeah, she's out there. She does smash the boards. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, it will be interesting to see, like, and they are so tied together, but it's cool to see them both be really playing well.
Sure.
But Clark, it's too bad that she didn't get that triple-double. It'd be the first ever triple-double by a WNBA rookie. It's never happened before. So yeah. Which I was kind of surprised by that too, because definitely lots of rookies have come in like hooping right off the bat, but
for sure.
Their rules be different though. Their rules might be 8 instead of 10. Or 10 fair. Like it should be like all 8.
Oh no, it's gotta be double. It's gotta be a double. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Stephanie Washington said, yeah, she just brushes all that out. She does. She's doing a good job of kind of handling what is kind of like stormed around her in the past couple of years. So, and they're actually playing the Aces tonight. So I think that's on TV right now. I think this is her first time playing in Vegas. So that's pretty cool. So Anthony Weston, wait till these next. And that's the cool thing, though. I feel like Caitlin Clark is kind of the start of it, but there's like some different ones coming up, and the attention is there now to where people are kind of discovering them.
But do you guys think because how the WNBA is very popular right now, I'm kind of interested in getting watching them. Do you think it's more pressure though to keep it going? Because I don't think it was pressure on Caitlin Clark, because it just sparked. It was at the right time with Angel Reese. It just kind of happened. And they already in there, but now it's like to keep it going, because Taurasi and them about to be out, Sue Bird and them about to be gone. So
right,
yeah.
Is it going to be, because to me, Juju and Caitlin Clark, like Angel Reese, they're kind of like generational. So is they gonna get some more of those like coming in and keep going, or how's that gonna be? Because it'll be bad if they be the only ones and they die down. Then
it goes back down.
Cool, but you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna keep it going forward.
That's a really good point, Marcus, and I think it does. You know what I mean? I feel like I know a lot of times we kind of put, I don't want to say this a lot, like we kind of put the WNBA kind of like below the NBA, right? But for women's sports, like, they're professionals too. So I think as like kind of like players now, like the NBA is just a guards game, right? And everyone wants to be able to shoot like Steph Curry. I think the same thing's gonna happen. I think the girls growing up playing basketball are like, I want to be able to shoot like Caitlin Clark. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because for her, it was like, I want to be able to shoot like Diana Taurasi. You know what I mean? Like, so I that's a really good question, but like I think it does. I think women's hoops continues to elevate over the years. At least that's what I hope. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hope anyway.
Dang, man. Why you have to say that? I thought about the other day. I'm like, can you imagine her being in the league? Like, she's gonna be good, and Kobe's gonna make her like, hey, what's going? No, you go lock her up, or you do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, thinking about that, I thought about it. I try to start thinking about something else, because it makes you sad. Like, man, dog. Like,
that'd be something It does. Something incredible to see. Yeah. I do think
every time because she'll have been
I think she's been going into college right now.
She'd be a freshman, right? She'd be a freshman. I think she would be. She wanted to go to USC, right? So
yeah.
Can
you imagine that her Juju? Like,
I know
it's crazy. That is crazy. But I do think that, like, Strizzy, that was a great point. Like, I do think that the girls, like, right now that are playing in high school or going into high school and like figuring out their game, like, I think they're all going to be like looking up and kind of it's going to kind of evolve the game, like, kind of how Steph did with the NBA. So
yeah, for sure.
Gonna be a lot of more shooting from deep and kind of spread out game, So
exactly.
We'll see.
So I see what mom's talking about the girl dad. So I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all know because I had an argument with somebody. They said a girl dad is a dad with all girls, no boys. So is that true, or can you be a girl dad even though we know like normally we still a girl dad, but
right?
Is that what defines a girl dad? Because they say Kobe started the girl dad thing because he has all girls. So and mom said you're a girl dad because you have all girls too. So is that true? You guys have all girls?
I think that's where it stems from. You know what I'm saying? Because it like for me too. Like my girls playing soccer, my girls do I think that's what it is because I don't have any boys. Kind of like boy mom too. Like when you see moms and they got nothing but boys. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really say boy dad. They sell it to whatever. It's like the opposite, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's where it stems from. But like. It does make it kind of weird, like, because you got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make you any more or less a girl dad.
I don't want to be wrong. If that's what it is, if that's what it came from, then I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't know what that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it kind of started with Kobe, but I do feel like how mom said, like, you can be a girl dad. You are a girl dad, like
for sure, exactly.
With us, but I'm saying if it's like a thing,
no,
that's what it is, and that's what it is.
Exactly.
No, I think anybody that's gatekeeping, that's terrible because
100%, dog.
Like to me, like okay, Strizzy's a girl dad, right? But if he had a boy, if he had another kid and it was a boy, he wouldn't stop being a girl dad. He'd be the same, like that mentality of like how he's raising his girls. So I think so. Kind of like how Pops is saying, like, not true is the attitude and love for their daughters. I kind of see it like that too. Like, it's just like maybe when you're like, kind of catering to your daughter more, you're like in that girl dad mode or whatever. Like, but I still feel like you can have a son and still be a girl dad. Like,
absolutely. Like I ain't really got no choice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no choice. That's all God gave me. You know what I mean? But so maybe that too is another reason why I've always kind of been like we've all been an advocate for women's sports. I don't want to say me, but like just in general, I always thought Kobe was going to end up coaching a WNBA team one day. Back in the day, like I really thought he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but it's crazy.
Kelly got this zone. She said, "I'm a boy mom." Sorry, Kelly. You're both. You're both. So, but yeah, don't let them hold you out. Don't let them keep you out, Marcus.
No, I just wanted to know what's the rule. Cause I said sometimes I'll be wrong about stuff like that. So I just wanted to see if God knew the rule with that. So that's all.
Yeah. I think our rules, open. I think so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good stuff right there, though. Definitely. I appreciate the conversation on that too, and it has been cool though. I think the attention too for the WNBA has been just different, and like it has been more exciting to watch. So I'm glad we're following a little bit more too. So yeah, Kelly already knew she was this. So. That's too funny, but
she got all boys, so it goes, So we know.
Yeah, that's too funny, but yeah, we'll leave it right there. So we'll continue to see what happens. Hopefully, we'll have some Lakers news by the time we come back together. They've been do something, but also, I'm interested to check out some of that summer league. We'll see Bronny in action, so that's what's up. And we'll be back with some more NFL predictions, schedule predictions. But that's fun doing that. We're gonna try to knock them all out before the offseason is over. So we'll see. But until then, I guess that was episode 253 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Stress.
Peace out, y'all. Next week, baby. We'll be here.
Peace. Sir.